So when you talk about intervention, and we talked about early intervention, what are the core principles for early intervention?
So the core principles involve seeing borderline personality disorder as a dimension, that is, not as a category that you either have it or you don't. And some people can have a bit, some people can have a lot, some people can have the whole thing. And any of those features really mark a group of people who are at risk of having a very poor outcome in life. So early intervention is about trying to pick the group of people who are likely to have a poor outcome and intervene as early as possible. And we know that people with any of the features of borderline personality disorder are likely to have a poor outcome, and so hence that's the basis for intervention. The other principle that's important is that the intervention should be early and that it should be time limited and that it should be proportionate to the problem that you have. So if somebody has some identity disturbance and a bit of affective instability, you're not going to launch into 3 years of psychotherapy. You're going to do a brief intervention to try and help change that person's developmental trajectory. If, however, they have well-entrenched problems that have been going for a number of years and they have many of the diagnostic criteria, then you might launch into a more traditional early intervention program like the HYPE program that we've developed. So it's important to match the treatment to the severity of the problems rather than assume that you use the kind of treatments that are designed for adults with very long-term problems for everybody with borderline personality disorder.
And what should be the focus of the outcome?
So the outcomes, that's a very important question. They should really be on functional recovery, not the diagnostic features of the disorder. So that might be surprising to some people that actually borderline personality disorder for us is just a ticket into the program. But once you're in the program, because we know the diagnostic criteria are going to get better within a few years anyway, what we're focusing on is vocational and functional outcomes to make sure that that young person gets on with the life that they value and that they want to live in the community.
The title of your intervention program, HYPE, doesn't refer specifically to borderline personality disorder.
Yeah.
Does that mean that other people with like psychiatric diagnosis could profit as well?
HYPE is designed as an early intervention program for borderline personality disorder. It's really a treatment program that can be applied to complex problems in young people, whatever those problems might be. Because the criteria for such programs are so inclusive, it means that everybody who comes to HYPE has at least one other psychiatric diagnosis. About 90% have major depression when they come in, about 40% have an anxiety disorder, about 40% have a substance use disorder. So we are always treating the whole range of problems.